Hello, everybody. My name is Jimmy Dick. I'm from Moose Cree First Nations in James Bay area in Northern Ontario, and I live in Toronto. I've been doing a lot of stuff in the Native community here. Either political, spiritual, social activities, and what I wanted to talk to you about today is about the young people, going through life, and things that can help you, and things that you want to learn, or things you want to do. And from my experience myself, I was always searching for better things in my life, and I couldn't really find it back home at the time. But when I did start roaming around the country, I did finally find some people. Some of the things that they were doing kind of helped me where I am today. And the important thing is, I guess, it's about having knowledge. It's a powerful thing. You know something, and it'll help you out. For example, making a fire. Making a fire is kind of simple, different ways of doing it. But once you know how to do it, that's some of your arsenal, that you could use, because you know it, you've done it, and you can use it anytime. And also in your life, you want to know how to do certain things. So it's good to study that, and talk to people that do that, or who participate. And also have a good understanding of your culture, traditional ways. That's always helpful to help you in your life, and know who you are, where you come from. Practice the culture ways. Today it's a lot of activity around there, and they're even teaching some of it in our school, like language class. It's kind of trying to teach us our culture, but again, it's always good to do on your own, learning about it on your own, practicing it instead of going to school. And our culture is very important, kind of really intelligent, For example, music, we have music, different languages. It's called linguistics in English, I guess. They teach you that in university. You're not until you get to university, they'll teach you linguistics. But if you practice our culture, drums, drumming, singing, you'll learn linguistics there at the drum. But they sing different songs of language. A lot of people don't realize that, very highly intellectual people, and learning, language through music too is really incredible. You feel good, you understand, those kind of things. You gather, like having their bundle, learn how to earn things, you know. Being a Skabewas, a ceremonial helper, or you know, or with the elders, you learn. You know, some people watch you sometimes, you know, and they see how you conduct yourself, and you know, if you're persistent in what you're doing, you know, you might earn an eagle feather, you know, or a dance stick, or a pipe, you know, all those things that we'll get to use someday, you know. And so those are potential things, you know, that consider, you know, instead of just learning non-native stuff, you know. Like, I know they always talk about education, but you know, if you want to be a plumber, you know, you don't need to go to school all your life for that. You can just take a trade, you know. You learn that there, and you know, if you want to be rich, you know, you're gonna have to figure it out yourself and how you want to do it. You know? The first $1 million is easy. The second million is the hardest way. You know, and you really got to dig deep and work hard. You know, learn all your potentials of what you have, and you know, don't give up. You know, maybe put it down for a little bit. You know, and do something else. Because you know, all these things, they all correspond with each other. They kind of connect some way. You know, and that would build up your character of what you want to do, what you're gonna, and how you be, you know. You know, words are, you know, just words, you know. So there's no action involved, you know. But action is a real big one, you know. You know, you can talk so many things, but you don't do it, and you'll just keep talking, you know. So those are the things we need to keep in mind, you know. Action speaks louder than words. That's what I was taught, you know. That's what I learned, and you know how to be a man like myself, you know, as a young boy, you know, a teenager. When I learned a lot from watching my dad, you know, my uncles, my grandpa, and friends, you know. So time came, you know. My dad told me you're gonna have to be a man now, you know, be on your own, do your things, you know. So that's what I did. I always remembered. And then also watching other people. Oh, this guy's really got a good thing going. You know, maybe I'll adopt that one. And then, and that's how I survived, you know. And today I'm a father, a grandfather, you know. My wife and I had 7 children. You know, it was hard, you know. At times, wanted to run away. But it was the teachings from my dad and my friends that made me stay there. And try really hard, you know, talk to other men, certain things come around, and problems, advice, you get advice, you know. So those are things that are important, you know, and get to know people that really like you, support you, you know, instead of friends that use you. A lot of things like that happen in life, you know. You just got to realize eventually, you know. Work at yourself, you know. The greatest enemy, they say, is yourself, you know. You can blame so many people, but it's always you. You know? So you got to learn, you know, about yourself and what you can do. And then what we do is we use that to our advantage, you know. That we keep that going, the survival thing, you know. And just like I was saying about the fire thing, you know how to make a fire, you know. Learn how to cook. Cooking too is important, you know. maybe learn how to cook for yourself, you know, take care of a house, you know. Housing, you gotta learn how to take care of a house, clean, sweep and mop and, you know, things like that. Learn to do those things, dishes, you know. It's not only a woman's thing, you know. It's everybody takes turns doing dishes. You know, and that way you learn how to take care of a house, you know. Your house broken, they say, you know. Learn how to take care of that, do your laundries, things like that. Learn to take care of yourself, do things for yourself. And then also that you go out there and work, you know, and, you know, find a job you like, or learn something in the trades, you know, like those kind of things that are very useful, you know. Painting. So a lot of things, you know, that it's up to you really what you want to do with your life, and you know. But the main thing is that you always share that with somebody. You know. Teach them something, support them, or maybe fixing a car, you know. Learn how to do that. Maybe somebody, you might know somebody, or they can teach you. You know, or driving, you know. There are a lot of things, like I said myself, you know, I learned a lot from my friends, my dad, my family, extended family, and I'm fluent in my language, you know, so that comes in handy when I can teach that, you know, I can teach that to people. I'm also a singer, you know, so I can teach drumming to people. And then nowadays when people ask me to do ceremonies, I learned all those just being there, you know. So many years I've been doing that, and being involved and going there and doing it, not talking about it, but going there and doing it. Took my family there, you know, raised my kids like that. You know, me and my wife, and we're being called elders now. I don't know if it's a good thing, but you know, it's a terminology they use today. I know I've been called an elder since I was 30 years old. I don't know how old you got to be an elder. But again, myself at my age, you know, I'm learning how to be old, you know, how to conduct myself, and learning about all these pains, cramps. You know, what do you put in your body? Be healthy, take care of yourself, you know. Don't do it too late, you know. Start taking care of what you're putting in your body. Physical, you know, do physical stuff. Spiritual, you know. Interact with people, you know, all those things. Really help you out, you know, and if you learn something really good, you know, like maybe make your own business, you know. You know, it's a hard work, you gotta do it, you know. A lot of things that incorporate there, and you think that's your way, you know, maybe. Well, you gotta work, eh? You know, you want somebody to be your boss all the time, you know, so if you wanna be your own boss, you gotta learn how to push yourself, do all these things, discipline, you know. Just like an athlete, you know, if you practice like an athlete, all these things, you know, the way the athletes do it, they're always training, exercising, watch what they're eating, you know. Imagine if all the Indians did that, you know. It would be really incredible, you know. And, if we can be like that, think like that, you know, that's really amazing, you know. And being, learning these 7 grandfathers that they have now, you know. All these teachings are very good, simple, but really hard to do. In our society, nobody learns those things, you know. So somebody comes and gives you a hard time, you're having a nice day, you know, and beat this guy being an asshole. There goes your serving grandfathers out the door and get into a rumble. Again, like I said, it's really hard, to learn all those things. It's the same thing as the Bible, the 10 Commandments they have, it's really simple. They don't practice those things either. And, one of them is "Thou shalt not kill." That goes out the window too. And, so we all have a lot of hard times, learning. And no matter what kind of ways you follow, we keep trying all the time, and that's the main thing we do. You feel good. Say, I did it.